The Congress of the People has appeared to echo President Ramaphosa's call to the panel investigating the Phala Phala farm theft not to take the probe any further. For its part, COPE called on all political parties to accept the panel's report and refrain from further action such as court challenges. The parliamentary probe began its work last month after several parties expressed unhappiness at the president's replies on the matter. The president has denied all wrongdoing in the February 2020 theft of foreign currency at his Phala Phala farm. Joining us now to explain COPE's position on the matter is party spokesperson Dennis Bloem. Dr. Bloem, good evening, and thank you very much for your time and for joining us today here on In Focus. We were going to talk from a point of not knowing what the panel has decided. I know you say you have not seen that report, but it has now officially been published. And it does look like in light of the information before the panel believes that there is prima facie evidence that the president may have committed a serious violation of the Constitution, a serious violation of PRECA, a serious misconduct in that the president violated Section 96, subsection 2B by acting in a way that is inconsistent with his office. Serious misconduct, this. Do you think the panel has sufficiently applied itself here?
Good evening, Thabo, and good evening to the view. No, Thabo, our statement was very clear. We have said that we hope that all political parties will respect the outcome of the panel, positive or negative. We have said that we have a great respect for the integrity and for the credibility of the panel, the three panel persons. So we are very clear that if there is anything that President Ramaphosa have done wrong, then we are saying it must be investigated. That's why we have said all political parties must respect the outcome of this panel investigation. But we have also said, Thabo, that it is totally wrong for opposition parties or any party, political party, to threaten with a court action if the panel is finding that the president have done nothing wrong. Yeah. It will be undemocratic. It will be irresponsible. Yeah. That's what we have said, and we stand by it. Yeah. It will not be correct for anyone to take a decision and find President Ramaphosa guilty on anything.
I'm not clear on the processes now. I could be misdirecting myself here, but I don't know whether the president, because of these findings, is now open to an opportunity to take the findings of this panel on review, or it is now completely up to the Speaker of the National Assembly to then set up a Section 89 committee that is going to look into the impeachment of the president.
Well, Thabo, it is in the hands now of Parliament. That Parliament must debate the outcome of this panel and decide then what is the way forward. It is not in the hands of President Ramaphosa or the Speaker. The Parliament must give now the way forward. So we will see what is going to happen. As I have said to you earlier on, I have not seen the outcome of this report because the Speaker has said that they will release this report by midnight tonight. So we will wait and we will see what is in that report. Our members of Parliament, especially in Tate Madisha, who is the whip of the Congress of the People, will definitely participate in that debate, and we will make our position very clear. This was not an investigation to find the president guilty or not guilty. We must also remember, Thabo, there is other law enforcement agencies that are investigating this matter.
Yeah.
So we will see what is in that report.
So if the panel, I'm talking hypothetically here because I know you don't have the benefit of having seen the report that I've already seen that's been published. If hypothetically, right, the panel with limited evidence that is coming from opposition parties in the National Assembly could reach a conclusion that says the president may have seriously violated the Constitution by exposing himself to a situation involving a conflict between his official responsibilities and his private business. Do you think the president should step down?
Thabo, I am saying that this is not an investigation by law enforcement agencies. There is no way that anyone can now come and find the president guilty on what the panel have said. The panel, there were specific guidelines and for the panel to decide upon. As I have said, Thabo, there is investigations from the law enforcement agencies that they must come up, and then there can be a decision whether the president must step aside or not. We as the Congress of the People don't think it is the right time now after this report of the panel. The panel must only make recommendations. This thing will be debated in Parliament, and people will air their views on this matter. And after that, there will be then a decision. Yeah. But even Parliament can also make recommendations and findings. But the main people that will decide if the president has violated any laws of the country is the law enforcement agencies and not anybody else. If the law enforcement agencies find that President Ramaphosa have done anything wrong, yes, nobody is above the law, then they will charge the president, and then the president had to step down if he is being charged, but he is not guilty at present.
So you're emphasizing the fact that the matter will be debated by Parliament. Some may say that, well, if that's the case, then it is left to almost a numbers game, depending on how the ANC feels on the day in that National Assembly. The impeachment process might not be supported.
Well, Thabo, it is a question of let us go into the chamber. Let us debate this report. And after that, people are having the right to vote whatever they feel is right. It is their democratic right. That's why we have said in our statement, everybody, all political parties must respect the outcome of this report, because we believe that these people, the two judges and the senior advocate, are credible people. They are highly respected people in society. So let us go to the chamber. Let us debate. If there is a vote, let us vote and see what is the outcome of that vote.
And should indeed the ANC vote to protect the president, what's the position of COPE then on that posture?
No, Thabo, it will be absolutely wrong if anybody protects a wrong thing. We will never agree with anybody who protects a wrong thing. If you see, we were very clear when Zuma was doing all these things in Nkandla and whatever. We were very clear that if anybody violates a law in the country, the law must take its course. Nobody is above the law. But I am saying, Thabo, we will put our position in the chamber. We will take a decision in the chamber. But we will never support anyone who try to defend wrong things, because it is because of defending wrong things that the country is where we are today. People were defending 8 motions of no confidence against Zuma when people knew that Zuma was doing wrong things. So our standpoint is very clear that if a person has done anything wrong, that person must be held accountable, and the law must take its course.
In his submissions to the panel, the president says, I asked the panel conclude that this matter ought to not be taken any further. Do you think the president is trying to avoid accountability and transparency?
Thabo, we have said from the start, even our deputy president in parliament, Tate Madisha, have said there must be an independent body that investigate this thing. The president can't run away from anything. If there is wrongdoing, the president must take it as a man and face the consequences of the wrongdoing. But he cannot run away from responsibility. Like all of us, we must take responsibility if we have done anything wrong.
That is Congress of the People spokesperson Dennis Bloem. Appreciate your time. Thanks so much for coming on.